Absolutely.
And real true sports. Always.
True school sports.
True school sports.
There you go.
Always.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with $1 of True School Sports subscribers. Got my main man Tori here as well.
Yo, what's up, bro?
We're out here watching kids run around and practice for football. We got some kids somewhere in the background there practicing for baseball. But I wanted to sit here while we wait for his brother to finish football practice and talk to you guys about some hot topics in boxing. So we'll start with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. It was reported recently that Tyson Fury, in his ESPN debut in Las Vegas for his recent fight with Tom Schwartz, that he sold just under 6,000 tickets. That was the official number that was reported out there from many news outlets. If those numbers are true, because the initial number that was reported on ESPN, they said 9,000, but they said that they gave away 3,000 of the tickets. So 6,000 for your not American, but your ESPN debut against a fighter like Tom Schwartz. You know, it's not really like impressive, but it's expected because of the fact that, you know, Tom Schwartz is not a big name. Tyson Fury is not a standalone draw here in America, so, you know, not good numbers. And, you know, to be objective and to be fair, that might explain why when you hear Bob Arum talk about Tyson Fury and what he'll do next with his career, why they're considering doing the Deontay Wilder rematch a lot earlier, you know, because they were talking about doing it in 2020. He's trying to do it next, after Wilder's next fight. So, you know, maybe the numbers or the lack of numbers, you know, is a big reason why they're not like gonna try to continue to build Fury as a star here in America. I don't know, but I have heard a lot of talk from Bob Arum, you know, just about making that fight happen a lot earlier than it was supposed to happen from his original timetable. And I think maybe these numbers might be getting a bit discouraged. But if that's not the case, you know, I just think as long as ESPN continues to promote him, give him the proper exposure he needs, his personality and how colorful he is as an entertainer outside the ring, it'll get people to watch, it'll get people to tune in. And then as far as him in the ring, you know, he's not a big puncher, but he's got exceptional defense. You know, heavyweights don't move like Tyson Fury. Like they're not slipping punches. They're not, you know, on their toes moving like a middleweight. So, you know, we'll call a spade, man. As far as like a straight ticket selling standpoint, if 6,000 or 5,400, whatever it was, if those numbers are actually true, then it's a flop. It's a flop from a commercial standpoint. But again, it is his first fight, and we'll have to see how it grows. You know, if he can't build on that number moving forward, then we're gonna say, okay, well, Tyson Fury just can't. He's not a draw here in America. A lot has been made of in the past by Bob Arum, like about how he was comparing Tyson Fury and promoting him to when he promoted George Foreman in Foreman's comeback, and he was saying that basically he was just saying that he sees a lot of similarities between Foreman and Tyson Fury. And while there may be some similarities, there are some glaringly big differences in terms of promoting them. Foreman, unlike Fury, was an American gold medalist at that, and Foreman was a big puncher. Fury is not a big puncher. He is not an American, and he wasn't an American gold medalist. So, you know, and on top of that, Foreman had already had the luxury of fighting in the golden age of heavyweights, where he fought the likes of Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. So people knew who he was. He was a known commodity when he promoted him. As to with Fury, you know, he's not really that known commodity. He's someone that is very much an unknown commodity coming from the UK. You know, and even when he fought Wilder here in the States, you know, that only did roughly like 325,000 pay-per-view buys. And before that, he fought Steve Cunningham in his official American debut, and that was a fight at the theater at Madison Square Garden. So there's a lot of work to be done with Tyson Fury. You know, I think the response, as far as ticket sales aside, I think the actual response from his ESPN debut and his Las Vegas debut were overwhelmingly positive. You know, he was very entertaining, scored a second-round knockout over Tom Schwartz. He recreated the Rocky III intro from Apollo Creed, and being that he's a big 6'9" white gypsy from the UK, you know, it made it a lot more entertaining. So I think he's got the star power. I think Tyson Fury is still kind of like, in a sense, the dark horse of the division from a commercial standpoint, because He has the ESPN backing behind him. He has the top-ranked machine behind him. He has the personality. He has the skills to win the big fights. It's just a matter of, giving him time to progress here in America and seeing how the public continues to receive him. So those are just my quick thoughts on the manner. Again, I reiterate, Tom Schwartz wasn't a big fight. Tom Schwartz was... Listen, I cover boxing every single day here on YouTube, and I barely know who Tom Schwartz is. So... I mean, that tells you right there. Unless you're someone like my main man, Mr. Boxing Today, you're not gonna really know much about Tom Schwartz and who he was. So, if Tyson steps it up and he fights like Jarrell Miller or someone who's more known here in America, I'd be very interested to see who or how he does at the box office, how he does as far as views and ticket sales and things like that. It is rumored that his next opponent, as I made a video about already, could be Jarrell Miller. I think that'd be a lot better. I think that'd be a much more successful promotion, but we'll see. But that's the news. Just wanted to get my quick thoughts out there on that as I'm sitting here at football practice waiting for my brother's friend to get done killing him out there on the gridiron. Just want to get my thoughts on Tyson Fury's lack of ticket sales at his first fight in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. I think it would be smart for Top Rank. Closing thoughts. I think it would be smart from Top Rank if they would actually just build Fury up, like have him fight at the Venetian, the Thomas & Mack Center, Sam's Town, smaller venues in Las Vegas. You build them up that way. You sell it out because he can sell 5,000 to 6,000 tickets, and then you build off of that, and then you keep building them and building them and building them, and then you work your way up to the MGM Grand. But I think it was premature to just throw him in the MGM Grand. He wasn't ready to sell out the MGM Grand. But those are just my overall thoughts. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single one of these videos. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. All right, Logan, you're one of boxing best prospects. Good performance.
Hey, peace out, True School Sports.